Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Heart of the Matter podcast. It wouldn't be a great podcast if we didn't have technical. I don't know what was going on. I kept trying to press the button right so nobody could see us. And then it kept coming off. I'm like, what's going on? And then that's why we just sitting there like this. So everybody just
Thinking,
saw us singing. Look, I'm like, I'm trying to turn it off. I'm trying to turn it off. And it wouldn't go off. It wouldn't go off. I know everybody like, why y'all ain't saying nothing? Y'all just sitting there. You all like this. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. But
just like last week, you just talking down.
girl, I'm like, hold on. Listen, God is good all the time. That's all I'm gonna say. But welcome back to Heart of the Matter podcast. We're so excited to be back for episode 44. Can you believe it? We're almost at 50 episodes. I'm like super ecstatic. Like, how? But by God's grace, we have made it this far. And it's only by His grace that we're going to get further and further and do even more things on this channel. If you are on with us, please drop your name and say hello to me, as well as my co host, Melita. We will be showing a few videos today. So if this is your first time on Heart of the Matter, welcome again. And I want to just say that this platform is dedicated to discussing issues, a lot of issues that may be touchy. They matter a lot to your heart because they're heart issues. They're issues that we as people deal with. And so that's what we do. And what we try to do, well, most often we do, is we try to give a resolution that involves the Bible in the rule book, the word of God, because that is our rule book. And that is the only way to, change things is to follow the rule book, right? So
Yes.
that's what we do here. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. As I stated before, we will be going fully YouTube soon and won't be streaming live on Facebook. But until then, we're here too. But I see Anthony. Hey, yo, what's up? Ashley, hey, sis. Whitney, hey, Melisha. Okay. Hey, y'all. It's so good to see y'all today.
Yes.
On this episode 44. I hope everybody's doing well. All right, so I guess we can jump into the topic today. And as you know, it's we're talking about toxic relationships. Why won't we leave? Oh my goodness, that says a lot in itself. Um, Toxic relationships, and the reason why this actually came about is because Melisha Mishi, she actually sent me a video of a girl, right, who basically, I'm gonna show y'all the video, not the whole video because the video was really long, but a portion of it so you can get an understanding of what happened. But basically, it was a side chick, a main chick, and the man, right? And she actually, one of them was unalived by the altercation or so that occurred. So these matters happen a lot, right? And they're close to our heart because these are our family members, these are our children, these are husbands, wives that are being buried because of nonsense, because of just toxic relationships that we should leave. We shouldn't remain in. um, but what we're gonna do today, it's a popcorn day, not popcorn because these are sensitive issues, right? But it's more like we're gonna watch the videos and you can kind of comment and talk about what you feel and think about, and then we'll go from there, give out some good biblical advice on what we see, and hopefully you guys will interact with us as well. Please share the live if you are on Facebook with us. I think you can share it on YouTube. Yeah, you can share it on YouTube as well. Okay. Melita, did you have anything else to say before we jump right in?
No, I'm just kind of excited. The audience always have some awesome things and feedback, and so I'm just excited for that.
I know, me too. I am. Hey, Miralee. Hey, Mama J. Okay, so I appreciate y'all for being on again. Why won't we leave is a good question to ask, though. Like, why do we think?
Yes.
Yeah, I want before we jump into the videos, um, I don't know if anybody on here has been in a toxic relationship. And if you have, why didn't you leave? Or why do you think people are not leaving those relationships and they hang around? Just like the one we posted in the I posted in the group, right? where they were fighting. The girl, the man, and the guy was just fighting. They were, I mean, like headbutting each other, kneeing each other. Like it's crazy pulling each other hair, like, but they probably still together. So it's like nobody leaves. What do you think, Melita?
I think that it's one thing is an attachment issue. I think that it's very easy for our brains to confuse pain for a good feeling. It's a song that say it feels so good it hurt. And I think that we have a tendency to attach, you know, those emotions with something that we want, and so it becomes the norm.
Mm,
And so when we're not feeling it, and we think that that's the problem.
mm,
It's like somebody who smokes all the time. When they're not high, then they feel weird.
right.
So I think that just they just become used to it, and just actually, and the biblical reason is really being bound and not having faith, and and trust in God, and reaching for the created to give them that fulfillment.
Right. They're missing something and they're trying to find it in everybody else but God, who made them and formed them, and he has the answer, but we're looking for it in these relationships a lot of times. I totally agree with you, Melita, that that's one of the reasons why we don't leave. We're comfortable. Like you said, we treat the pain as love. We think it's love. It's really not love. It's a false hope that's giving us false hope that, oh, this is gonna change, or we think they're gonna change. We think it's gonna get better when they've already told you who they are, right? And showed you, but we don't listen sometimes at the demise of someone's life, unfortunately, and it's very sad and fortunate that that does happen in real life more often than not. um Let me just go to the comments real quick. Anthony said he's never been in one. Okay, amen for that. That's awesome if you've never been in
Yes.
one, because I can say I'm sure probably like one out of three people have been in one. I don't know. I won't say it's that much, but I think it's a lot. Everybody's just toxic nowadays, so I think it's a lot. Hey, Mishi said women don't leave because we in love with what could be. Man, that's good. That's exactly what we're saying. Like we're looking at, oh, this could possibly be a great relationship for me. He could possibly be the man of my dreams. She could possibly be the woman I need. But all along we're not looking at the signs that are presenting itself currently. We're just like, well, they make me feel good in that area, but and we got to look at the overall picture. Anthony said, I think it's sex before marriage is the issue. People don't understand once you do that, it's a soul tie together. So spiritually, it's hard to leave. That's the main reason. Since we gonna go Bible in the beginning, okay? No, that is totally true, Anthony. Like it's really the sex before marriage because we are instructed biblically to abstain before marriage. So we shouldn't even be bonding or even being spiritually tied to that person as one until we have committed before God a covenant, right? And that's why. And then imagine if you keep getting other people, now you're spiritually bonded with them, and this it's just a hot mess. And I'm pretty sure that is the reason why we have so many toxic relationships out now. Merely said trauma bonding, right?
Yes, that's a good one too.
Yep, that's a great one. Yep. Is exactly, Merely. So I'm gonna jump into the video. So, like I said, y'all can drop comments and let us know your feedback as we're watching the videos, what you think about it, and then we'll discuss it afterwards. Okay, okay. 1 second, y'all. Let me bring it up. Okay, we're gonna do is it this one. Nope. Let's see. Okay, this is the one we're gonna do first. All right, this is my internet, y'all. It's coming up. Oh, y'all see something yet? Where did it go? Come on. I was trying to change my internet, but I didn't want to cut it off on y'all. So I was like, no, I'm gonna stay on this internet. Hold on, y'all. It's coming up.
Hmm.
Mm. What's going on here? Make sure I'm on. Y'all, hold on. Here it comes. I keep
It's
saying,
coming. No.
oh, it's saying I'm not on here.
Yeah, it says you need to log in. Look like. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
All right, here we go. Okay. Y'all see now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, hold on, wait. Whew. All right, here we go. I was waiting on more people to come on. That's all. All
Right.
right, I got it. That's what it was doing, I guess, because it kept saying it's unavailable. Okay.
Your mama gonna be sitting around here writing out your obituary if you me, bitch, and you come out
Please, disclaimer, excuse the profanity. Okay. Thank you.
anyway. That's on Pam. Yes. Your man gonna write out your obituary. Bitch. Now play with me.
Hell no! No, 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 no. Hell no, I don't play with guns. I am terrified. I do not play like that, period. You ain't gonna play with me with none because you gonna go to jail.
This is the story of Erica Reese, age 32, a young lady who was gunned down while in the process of gunning down another woman named Katina Davis, who she had an issue with over a man. Erica, according to those who were at the scene of the incident, was waiting for Katina outside the club, but things turned out very different than she anticipated. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story will be taking us to Montgomery, Alabama. Montgomery is a relatively calm and yet busy city. On the other hand, Montgomery has one of the highest crime rates in America compared to all communities of all sizes. Adjusted for population, the murder rate in Montgomery is 14.6 murders for every 100,000 people, considerably higher than the national murder. This story will be about the basic things that happened in this case. Erica Reese grew up and lived in Montgomery, Alabama. She was a fun person to be around sometimes. She is said to be someone who doesn't like to be cheated in any form. Erica was on bad terms with a lady named Katina Davis. It was said that this started over a guy. Somehow they kept going back and forth with each other over the guy on social media. On this particular day, Erica was so pissed at something which Katina had done or said about her pertaining to the man in question, so she went online to have a proper vent on what she will do or can do to her. Here is the clips.
That hoe in the way. That hoe in the way. Hold on, some hoes gonna stay on the ass side of town in Montgomery and got a desk to keep on writing motherfucking status about me. Bitch, y'all hoes live like Mexicans in 2 bedrooms. In a 2 bedroom. Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Leave me the fuck alone. Get you some money. That nigga can't be getting you no money because you always talking about me. Talking about me. Everything you saying is about me. Ring around rose face looking ass. Fuck on, bitch. Go clean up with your nasty ass. From my understanding, you don't even clean up, bitch, because you that nasty. Gas tank on E, begging ass, crybaby ass, bitch. And I'm by myself, ho. I don't need nobody no combat with me, bitch. I'm by myself. I always be by myself. Always by myself. That's all the thing. When you see me, you gonna see me by myself with that big old pistol that I got them pistol lights for. But bitches like you just wanna like they wanna play with me, bitch. Your mama gonna be sitting around here writing out your obituary if you fuck with me, bitch, and you come out motherfucking way. That's on.
Okay, so I so apologize about the profanity until I learn how to block it out. I'm sorry, y'all, but what do you guys think about that? I cut the clip short. Again, that is like a almost like a 30 minutes, I think, right, Melita? It's very long. But to make a long story short, the woman
Yes,
who was speaking
34.
and she was Yeah, she was saying that pretty much it's a situation where there's a man, right, and a woman. She's pretty much like the side chick from what I got from it. And she and her and the girl was going in having an altercation on Facebook Live or
Yeah.
on social media. And she was did you if you heard what she said your mom's going to be writing out your obituary.
Right.
She was saying she stay with her gun, she stay ready, right? And it's funny that it ended the other way. So she spoke her own death. Her mom turned out to write out the obituary now because she met the girl at the club somewhere and she was out with the man that she's arguing over, that she's fighting over, and it went the wrong way. She shot her first and she died. So it was a very, very sad story of how we have power in our tongue, life and death. And she spoke death, although she meant it for this other young lady, death came back onto her. So we got to be very intentional about what we say, right?
Hmm.
Because you don't know, what I'm saying, the same pit you're digging for somebody else would be the same one that you fall
All
into.
in.
And unfortunately, that's what happened to this young lady. It's so unfortunate. It's called the Erica Reese story if you want to look it up. Um, but my question is, why, as a side chick or side woman, why not either? Okay, even, and I don't promote violence, but why do they never go to the man? Like, why is it like, why don't you ever be like, I'm gonna go fight the man? Not saying you should do this. I'm not promoting it, but do
You're
you
right.
ever think that it's whose fault? Like,
You're
why are
right.
we fighting each other? I don't
Yeah.
know, ladies. What do y'all think? Because it's crazy to me. Like, he's the one responsible. Okay, yes, I understand if she comes to your social media and she's like, saying things to you. I get it. Defend yourself, but the whole reason is because of him. He's the main factor in this. And fellas, why do you guys allow? Why don't you get your side chicks? Okay, let me look at the comments. Anthony says she's wild. She was wild. T, hey T. She says she sounded like she was trying to protect herself via the part we just saw. Yeah,
Yeah.
and she did sound like that there. Um, but I couldn't. The full video was like 35 minutes, like, honestly, and it's just too long for us to sit on here and watch it. Y'all will get bored. But if in the video, so that was the clip. They just kind of showed what was going on, right? She was, I guess, saying she was going to defend herself, or it appeared that way. But she was the one starting all of the mess, the drama, because when they got to the club, her and the main chick and the man was at the club. So one of her friends called her up there and said, "Hey, they're at the club. So why did you go to the club that they were at?" You're trying
Right.
to promote. You just told her when you see her, this is what's gonna happen. Your mama gonna write out your obituary. So that means now I have to protect myself. You know, and that's what happened. So basically, they were at the bar. The girl was pacing. This girl that's saying she's gonna, shoot the girl, Erica Reese, and she ended up seeing the girl outside. They were trying to leave because they knew she was in the building, and unfortunately, she got shot you know, before she could pull her gun. So the side chick basically got killed in this story. Unfortunately, is sad. Um, he said like the girl was coming after her, but the other girl seemed like she was worried too. Yeah, she was worried. The other girl, to me, I can't even see a lot on her. That's what I'm saying. The person who talks a lot and always popping off, those the ones that usually be starting all the mess, right? Because I can't even
Right.
find no information on the other girl. It's great. I kept trying to look for her. I could not find nothing but the mug
Wow.
shot that they showed. So that tells me that she wasn't the aggressor in here, right? You can probably tell that the girl who's popping off was the aggressive one. And she just met her demise by, living by the sword, right? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. This is biblical. We got to understand that when we are saying we're going to use guns to protect ourselves, and I get it, we have to protect our families, but you don't put your hope and trust in a gun, right, or a knife, whatever. But if you live by it, you're going to die by it. That's
Yeah.
biblical. Mhm. If you shoot and kill somebody, you know you're going. That same punishment is going to come back to you. It's the biblical principle, and we'll talk more about that later. But Let me go to the comments here. T said, right, knowing your side chick. Okay, yep. Yep, that's what we talked about. Merely said, why fight the man? You can't win. Laugh out loud. Besides, they both
Yeah.
want him. They should have just been one happy family. No. What you mean, why fight the man? You're the reason why they're fighting in the first place instead of saying, you know what, I want you, I don't want you.
He said you
Or
can't.
even telling them you want it both. You know they're
Yeah.
not gonna be a happy family.
Right.
Go ahead, Melita.
No, I was just agreeing, like, jealousy and covetousness and pride and stuff. That's going. I mean, in decency enough to they don't want to be a happy family with people they don't even trust. I mean, I was just talking about that comment.
And this is why I know everybody wants to do polygamy, and all this whatever word p words, poly, but it just doesn't work. Look at this.
No.
Because if they just wanted to be a poly relationship, they could have done that and nobody would have died. But always trying to have more than one woman, and I got a woman down south here, woman right here, woman right here. This is what happens. It actually leads to the demise of innocent people. She didn't have to be taken away from this world, from her parents, her family, her children, but because you thought that, fighting over a man was that deep. Like, I don't honestly understand it. I I don't understand fighting over, especially to this extent. Like, maybe fighting,
No.
okay. If that was, but taking a gun to actually go shoot and kill somebody, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I
y'all
don't
can
see
have
it
it.
being worth life. I
It's
don't
not
think.
worth life.
No.
But I don't think people understand this until it actually happens to them and they're no longer
Mhm.
here. And it's like, wow, I can't believe that resulted in me. I'm unalived. It's crazy.
I think at
Let's
some
see
point,
here.
I think at some point it seemed like
No,
it
go ahead.
starts
I was
to
gonna
become not about the guy at some point, and it becomes about, no, I'm better than you, I'm bigger than you, and it becomes to, or it
a
becomes like, I'm gonna show
competition.
him, yeah, a competition.
Mm,
I'm gonna show him, like, that
right.
his girl
You
gonna
missing
whoop
out,
her
mom.
behind and stuff like that. No, don't nobody play with me like that. My self respect, I'm gonna die for mine. All that type of
Yes,
thing. It becomes a whole
it does.
every other spirit that may have stemmed from whoremongering, but it opened up the door to all these other
The
parts of your
pride
flesh:
and everything.
bitterness, anger,
Yes. Mhm.
madness. You begin to give yourself over to these spirits, and they begin to take over, and next thing
Yeah,
you know, you didn't blanked out.
exactly. Oh, that's good. That's how the women, that's how you do things so fast, because you blank out. It's not even you anymore that's controlling you. It's the spirit that's now fighting against or fighting inside of you, right? And when you said competition, I talked to Mishi. I know she may want to come on a little bit later and say something. She had a situation similar, or not had a situation, but she just wants to speak about the topic. But I
Mm,
was telling her, or I was telling you or her about how it is. We were talking about how it is when you go out, right? I haven't been to a club in so long. I don't even know how long. But if you go out to maybe a bar or a lounge, right? How sometimes if you come in there nice, presentable,
mm,
and the men find you attractive, right? The women will instantly get mad at you or get an attitude with you. And now they side eyeing you like, who she thinks she is? You haven't done a thing to them. You haven't done anything but come in looking nice, and they will be mad at you. I don't know, ladies, have y'all experienced that before? Like, you just there on, you just in there in there having a good time. You're not there for nobody. You're not even probably looking for a man, right? But as soon as they see men approach you and you like, no, that's okay, I'm good, or whatever, and they just sitting there, all of a sudden it's like, I don't like her. They want to hurt, it's like they want to start something with you. They be talking
mm.
under their breath. You look at them, they cutting their eyes at you. I don't know, have y'all, maybe I'm the only person experienced that. Melita, you ain't never had that happen to you?
I wouldn't know, because I don't pay
Oh,
attention to women's faces around me, to be honest.
girl, I've had that happen plenty, like, and it's like, I'm like, I don't even want this person. Like, what? Like, but it's the spirit within inside the person. I think a lot of times if you have a right spirit with God, they have a bad spirit, evil spirits, it comes up in them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like activated. I was telling you about the story, remember? I don't know, Rita, are you on? I don't know if Rita on here or not. If she's on here, I was telling you about we were sitting down at a restaurant. Uh, oh, okay. We were sitting down eating. Remember, I was telling you we was eating and we was out and we saw it was this couple. It was a woman and a stud. Remember, I was telling you, and I'm just saying this because I'm saying that I think like this it's so spiritual, right? The spirit within inside of us and another person. If you got a right spirit, a lot of times if they have a bad spirit, it triggers them. And this is how I'm saying I know this is because we were sitting down, we were eating, and all of a sudden the girl was saying to the stud, um, I want some penis. I'm tired of these dildos and I'm tired of this. And she was saying it so loud. And like we just looking like, okay. And she kept saying it like she wanted us to hear it. And then she started saying, I don't care what these bees gotta say. I don't care because I know they didn't have this, they didn't have some D, they didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking, we just looking at her and she, you know how somebody's saying, calling you a name, they trying to get your attention, right? So you could react to them. And it's just crazy how I'm looking like, what is wrong with this girl? She just was acting really weird. So we got up, we left. But every time we seen her, like we were passing by trying to go to the parking structure, she would start up saying the same stuff. Now she'd be quiet if we saw her down the hall. We like, there they go right there, that crazy couple, but she wasn't doing nothing. But when she came near us, it was like she started, I want some penis. I want this. I don't care. I'm
Right.
tired of these dildos. I'm tired of it. And it was real, like
Wow.
crazy. Like, I don't know if Rita on here, but I know she remembered because Rita was like, oh no. She was like, she was standing next to me, like, I don't know what's going on every time we came around. So I'm just saying, you know, a lot of people are possessed with evil spirits. Like they don't have good spirits in them. And your good spirit a lot of times will trigger them to do things, out the ordinary. And if you don't have a level head to say, you know what, you're not going to trigger me because you call me a B and call me out my name, I'm going to ignore you. But if you're not at that stage, your life could easily be ended. Something easily
Yeah.
could happen that quick because you're like, okay, no, I don't care. You're not going to say this to me. So it's crazy, y'all. That was just crazy. I just want to tell y'all that. Okay, I'm gonna go to the comments now. All righty.
Good point.
Hey Tonya. She said, "Miss you all. We miss you too." Aiden,
Yes.
Aiden. She said, "I'm proud of you, Mama." Aiden. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hey,
That's,
Aiden.
my 16-year-old friend, I took him under my wing, and he's just
Oh, that's nice. Oh, she merely said they both know he wants them. They could have just chilled and accepted it. Neither was going to leave. Yeah, they could have, but like Melita said, that competition is something else with women. And then I think I perceive that the woman who was more nice looking to me
mm,
was really she felt like, what does she have that I don't have? I look better than her, right? She looks this way because if you saw the mugshot, and I know mugshots can't be trusted, but she didn't look really attractive. She didn't look more attractive than the first girl.
right.
And I think, like T said, it's an ego stroke. I think that's what it was. She was like, hold on, I look better than her, my body better than her. What does she have that I don't have? And it's a ego thing, a pride thing that, listen, I deserve to have him, and like you even said, Melita, it's trying to show the other woman like, or show the man like, look, this is what you missing out on. You know what I'm saying? It's all a
Right.
game with them until somebody's
Hmm.
life is taken. People don't understand how serious this is. Um,
Yeah.
T said, T said, I think testosterone or hormones are like drugs. Once we get a dose of it, ooh, Jesus, is that what it? Ooh, yeah. See, listen, for real. So an ego stroke. Yep, that's what it was. It be ego strokes, and women have them too, not just men. Misha said this is how they were taught as kids. They don't know how to control
Wow.
their emotions. Mm, yeah,
Yes.
or the lack of being taught. T said, I agree, Melita. And Aiden said, emotional availability can only be given to one person at a time. You can't keep a healthy relationship between three people.
You don't only want to.
Hold on. Wow. And he's how old? How old is he?
16.
Wow, Aiden, we had to clap that up for you.
Yeah,
You know something. That is amazing. Good job, Melita. This is your
yeah, that was
son
good.
in, not your, but yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Good job. Because he's so right. And he's 16 and he knows this. You're going to go far, young man. Let me
yeah.
read that again. Y'all
Tell them
see,
that.
emotional availability can only be given to one person. It's so true. You don't have the capacity to emotionally be available to multiple
All
people.
these women. Yeah, exactly.
And that's why it
Wow,
does
such a
not
great
work.
point.
Yes, that was so good the
That
way
was
he
really
put that.
good. Yeah,
So that's why he's saying it can't be a healthy relationship between three people because you're splitting your emotional
your emotion.
availability. You only have enough to give one. Wow. And this is why even with in the Bible stories of Leah and Rachel, guess what? Only one wife had the emotional availability and the other
Hmm.
one despised the other wife. So, again, we could say it works, but it really doesn't work because somebody's feeling left out.
Yeah,
That was
you
good.
can't give them your whole if you splitting it in half.
Exactly. Good. That's good. That's good. Mary. Hi, Mary. Good to hear from you. She
Yeah.
said two lives destroyed. Now he's with a new lady. So and yes, that is it. He's with somebody else. He's not even probably of course, he's probably not even thinking about neither one of the women now. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, Michi. I see she's backstage. I see she said, yes, I have to. Okay, I'm gonna have her come on. I'm gonna read a few more of these comments. Whitney said, I think Sherry is talking about going and talking to the man to find out what's going on instead of always approaching the woman to fight it out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nah, listen, you might have to fight a little. No, I'm playing. But yes, I think you should go to that man because again, he's responsible for you and the side chick. He's the reason why you're having an altercation. Talk it out with them. And then if he can't rectify it, leave him. Leave. It's not worth your life. It's not worth you or the other person's life. T said they be pressed on that beautiful energy like how she's shining and I'm not. Oh girl, yes. I'm telling you, it's something. It gotta be. Cause I be wondering, like, why are you mad? Girl, I don't want them. You can have them. He right there. I don't want him.
Mm.
Anthony said that anointing was on y'all. That's why she was acting like that around y'all. Woo. It had to be something. And I believe it because, like I said, darkness cannot stand light. And so it just acts up. It wants you to do something, it's trying to provoke you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Misha, I'm about to bring you in. She said a lot of do it. Hi Phoebe. She said just like with King Saul and David. Perfect example.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that is a good example where we know King's hold on, she's talking about the two women, King Saul and David. Oh, jealousy. She's talking about when he took the kingship. I think that's what she's talking about.
Yeah. When Saul didn't like David, but it also
Right when
could apply
Saul
to
lost
the
the
other
king.
situation with David and the how he killed the
When he
husband.
sold the
So
Yeah, when he killed the innocent husband to get the wife. Yeah. So all this been going on since the Bible days, okay? Phoebe said the spirit of competition is demonic. I've been saying this too.
yeah.
I said it can't be of God. She said it's not of God at all. It's based in envy and jealousy and covetousness.
Mm.
That is
We
good. I'm
just
telling y'all, if y'all didn't know, now y'all
talked
know.
about.
That's where competition. So when we saying I'm competing, girl, look at me and competing, it's not of God. So you're not displaying a
No.
fruit of God at all. That's good. As she said, now she cute in a casket. Oh my God. No, she is that, but I hate that. Oof. Trying said period Aiden. Okay. Yes, period Aiden. For real. Aiden. Okay. Okay,
Here's
I'm gonna bring Michi on because I know she waiting. She want to say something. It's not gonna be long, but she want to comment on this, y'all. Hi, sis. How are you?
I'm okay. How you guys doing?
yeah.
We're good. Don't be nervous on here. Be yourself. Be
Oh no,
yourself.
I'm not nervous. I'm not at all. I just don't
Oh,
want to cuss. That's it. But
so
with
you just
the
got off work?
when I no, I'm at the house. I just don't want my son.
Oh, okay, okay, got you.
But I brought the video to your attention because me, I'm going through my own little healing journey because that was me once upon a time, in my younger years. But us as women, to me, we need to, instead of look at another woman like what she got that I don't got, they need to look at it like, man, I wonder what can she teach me? How did she get that? How is she, striving that way? And us, I mean, I can only go on my own, thing, but me personally, when I was, going through the "it's my man, ain't nobody gonna take him" stage, I wasn't thinking like that. And if I was thinking like that, I would have went to my man and had a conversation with him. I don't think that the woman is the problem. I think that it starts with the relationship. Your relationship has to have a foundation. And if you can't go to your man and say, well, boo or bae or husband, whatever you want to call him, and ask him these, questions, even if it's intuition in your gut, then why even go to that woman and speak to her anyway? Because it's not her. She's
Hold on, hold
probably
on,
going
sis.
through the
Show
same thing you do.
breaking up a little bit. Can you move
Oh, I'm
around a little
sorry.
bit? Because you're breaking up a little bit. Or I don't know.
I'm about to move. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're
But
good.
yeah, I just think that us
Or
as
is it on?
women,
Is
we
it on?
need to real. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear
Hold
you,
on one second.
Okay.
but
Yeah, maybe it's. Hold on. Let me. Okay. Can y'all hear me?
yes.
Yes. Everything okay? Well, she done left.
Um, hold on one second. So I think she's breaking up. Sometimes she does that.
Oh, I totally understand.
Let me see. Okay, so there she
No,
is.
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I thought it was me, so I thought I was like, let me
Okay, your
clear it.
comeback time was great. No.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, sis.
No, I just think us as women, we need to really like have some type of group that we can teach these young girls because I'm
Yeah.
45 years old and I don't go to clubs either. But me being, I'm in hospitality. I work in a hospital. I mean, in a hotel. My bad. And I see a lot of different types of people, especially different races. And the black young girls that I see is a hot mess. And I have young daughters that are in their 20s, and I wouldn't want to see them act the way these girls act. Like they have no self respect. How can you ask for respect if you don't respect yourself? And that's the problem with the, oh, you gonna take my man? No, you ain't. No, we need to teach our young girls. That's where we need to go. And I ain't gonna get all into it no more, but that's really the core of it.
Thank you. Like that was you said a lot, a mouthful that we need to hear. We need to teach our young women that it's not a competition thing. Talk to your man. The same thing we've been saying the whole time, because you've already, you like you said, you're on a healing journey, so
Yes,
some of the things that it takes to get to where you need to be. Because sometimes this is a culture. Hey, you're not gonna take my man. You're not gonna steal him from me, or I can get him back, and he mine now. He's mine. You
yes,
didn't have him once, but I got him all the time. Remember that song?
yes,
And
It actually started back then. Now that I'm thinking about it, that show was a song. Remember, I used to be singing,
yes, and we was all singing it.
and it was I was what was that in the '90s? So I was young singing all that. So imagine this programming in your head. So when you get
Yes,
and somebody, hold on, no, he's mine. But so yeah, even Monica and Brandy, remember?
yes. I
Wow.
go. I have a method now that I use. If I gotta be second, I'm not in it. I
Okay.
give up. I'm giving
I
up.
know
I don't
that.
want to even be in competition with nobody.
Ooh,
So
that's
if you
good.
have to
no,
choose, then I'm not the one for you.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
there's no competition. The man that's for me is going to be for me.
yeah,
That's
they're gonna
good.
see you.
Yes. So that's my motto now.
And if you and young ladies, if you are listening, if he does not just want you, then he's not for you. If he wants you and
Yes.
another woman and then that means you're not enough for him, and it's okay.
Yes.
He just belongs to the streets, and you just need to go ahead and find you a man that wants you and loves only you.
Yes.
And these days, like the girls be doing the same thing, like I have to,
Okay.
like I have to tell the men and the boys, the males, the same thing, and it's like sometimes we just assume, society is doesn't always show the male side of things, like they get hurt and they have to be told that they're valued and things like that. I was just thinking about some situations where men become abusive,
Mhm.
Correct.
teenagers and things like that. A lot of them is because they a lot of time is because they don't value themselves either, and it's not enough of us saying, hey, don't put your hands on her, you better than that,
Right.
Yeah.
value yourself, don't let nobody take you to that level. We just instantly think, oh, they toxic, they bad, and stuff like that. And so I just think pouring more into the men too, because these women out
Yeah.
here wilding out, these little girls.
They almost worse than the young boys, honestly. So I
Yes.
it's it that's why I'm like the men definitely I think the men more so they definitely but it's like the boys, they don't be on the same level with as the girls. The girls be out here and I'll be like, wow, not my sons.
I
Mhm.
know that's right. I
Going
think
over
that.
there.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I think that with the men, it's more like emotional abuse because that's what they endured. I'm seeing that a lot.
Mm,
When you be on the healing journey, you get to see a lot of the things that that's going on in the world in a different light. When you're not healed, that you think like they think.
you telling the
But
truth.
with the men, I think that it's the emotional, and it steers from their mothers. I agree totally. And
Mhm.
with that, by them going into relationships with women from that hurt from their mother, that emotional abuse, they bring it to their relationships. And then
Right.
that's why, we get the toxic man and the man ain't this and the man ain't that. But the core problem is the mother, I
Mhm.
believe. Because
Wow.
I have a 6-year-old son now. And as mothers, we say, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that. I'm not doing that with my son.
Right.
I want him to have emotions so that he won't
Yes,
reflect that emotional abuse on his, wife in the future. So I do agree with
exactly.
you.
That's good. That's
Yes,
good. Me, she girl, come on with the
yeah.
knowledge.
Great points.
Okay. So
Yeah,
awesome.
Oh, y'all got me smiling
they
because I'm
really
very
do
I'm
do
very shy.
Yeah, I know that's what like, listen, you come in with some good jewels, like, so important as mothers, we give them our sons, that love that they need so they can show it to their wives instead and value them instead of just thinking they're some piece of meat, and disrespecting them. So that's really good. I don't know
or
if you
not
wanna
thinking, oh, just because they're children, oh, and letting them do, oh, they
what
got
they wanna
five
do.
girls and all that type of stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's like, and
he a
then you
player
expect them to get all
I think it starts
serious.
from the
Exactly.
core. It has to start, when they're young,
right at home.
because once they get old, they're stuck in their ways and it's hard to change. Believe me, I know I'm doing it now.
And that
But if you start young, then we will have great men. We wouldn't even be talking about this.
we wouldn't.
I swear, because it starts from the mothers, and if the mothers do their job, then the boys would be great and turn into great men, and then they would treat women right, and we wouldn't be talking about toxic. Because most women say, "Well, I got a man beat me down and did this and did that to me, so I'm like f men now." So
Mhm.
it starts from the mothers.
That's good.
We have to take accountability of teaching our young black boys how to be, emotionally available so they don't be emotionally
Yeah.
abusive, my bad.
Wow, that's
But
good. I know some women may not want to hear this because, I know a lot of times it seems like we're talking a lot about the women and we talk about the men too, but I mean, it's just the way it's the dices are falling, and we're not
yeah,
trying to beat down on our women. We love all of our women, our brothers, but we do have to take accountability. We are the
that,
ones in the home raising our sons, right? And so they can
yes,
only treat a woman the way they saw their mom being treated. We gotta think
yes,
about that, And so I think we don't really realize that. We just do anything like you said, they're watching us and we don't realize they have to grow up and get a woman, get a wife, and be a great man to her. But they can't do that if they didn't have that at home. It's really hard. So,
And
oh
then
sis, you dropped some good jewels.
raising the raising the girls. to also value themselves and to
Mhm.
also value the roles, to be okay with, to find value in being a woman, and being able to be soft
Yeah,
and
value in a woman.
vulnerable, and like we said, not always strong, and how to be to know how you supposed to treat somebody, male or female, and I think that sometimes we don't do that. Oh, stay away from that boy, and then she kick him, and we think it's cute because look, she ain't gonna play that, and he
Right,
just asked to play soccer. Like he just said, could we play catch? Do you want a cookie? Like
right.
so I
Yeah,
think raising the girls too, that you don't have to be mean to have self respect. You don't have to be mean to have boundaries.
that's good.
Because they're human too.
Yes, exactly. Because these girls can be evil. Like, I be looking like, no, you ain't gonna treat my son like that. No, for
I
real.
mean, it's just the truth.
Let me go to this comment. Brianna said, no competition with no one and nothing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Brianna girl. Tina said, a lot of our men lack empathy. Ain't
Yeah,
that the truth?
the truth.
And they, ooh, yes, they do. And like we said, it goes back to the mom not being in the home. I want to go to the next story, y'all. I don't know, Misha, do you want to stay on or do you want to get in the comments? What do you want to do? Oh, I can't hear you. She said, I said you want me to stay on. Girl, I can't hear you though. You muted. Can you hear
Yeah.
Melina?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
I'm about to show the other video, but I think she said, "Do I want her?" It's up to you. I mean, you can if you want to. She don't know how to mute. Okay, come back in. I'm about to show a video. Just come back in. I'm about to if you want to come back in. If not, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna show this next video. Okay, I can't hear you, so whatever you decide, I know in a second.
private chat.
Yeah, put in the chat or either the private one or the other chat, whatever you
Right, or
decide.
yeah.
All right. So this next story is about Simmons. Okay. In this story, I feel like this is like a girl who was not evil, like not evil, but I think she was really a good girl. I don't know, but we're gonna, you'll see and you can be the judge for yourself. But I think she was a good girl who lost her life. Nonsense. It's always like that, but I just don't think she was as hateful as this other woman was. And I'm not gonna call the other woman hateful, but if you take somebody's life, yeah. Oh, y'all ready? It's 8 minutes. You ready? Can you see it, Melita?
Yes.
All right.
Maya Jennifer couldn't kill you with her hands. She didn't have a gun. It's not self-defense. It's not stand your ground. We don't even have that law here in South Carolina. That's in Florida. We're not in Florida. You made a bad decision, and it's going to cost you some bad consequences.
There she go. Right.
My granddaughter was not an aggressive person. Whatever happened that night, my granddaughter was baited or aggravated to that point. You can't get a person on anywhere that will tell you Maya Jennifer Simmons was an aggressor person.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of To Catch a Criminal. We explore the most shocking and disturbing cases of homicide, violence, and justice. In this video, I will give you some new information and context about the horrifying case in South Carolina, where Maya Simmons, a mother of 8, was allegedly unalived by Keisha Birch. The tragic events of that night remain a mystery for many. Let me start with some background information before I describe what actually occurred on July 28. Maya and Tyrone Jones fell in love at first sight. Maya was overjoyed by their relationship and believed it was flawless. Tyrone eventually asked Maya to marry him, and she happily accepted his proposal. However, Maya did not know about his past romantic history. He had been in a relationship with Keisha Birch before moving to and he continued to sleep with her even after he proposed to Maya. Maya discovered the truth about his cheating, and this led to conflicts between her and Tyrone, as well as her and Keisha. Keisha knew that Tyrone had moved on and was engaged to Maya, and this made her furious. She secretly wished that he would dump Maya and return to her, but when he didn't, she felt rejected and betrayed by him. She felt that he had chosen another woman over her. Maya and Kaisha began to fight over Tyrone through social media and text messages. Maya insisted that Tyrone cut off all contact with Kaisha, and he complied. This only made things worse, as Maya felt she had secured her dream man. On July 28, around 2 a.m., Birch and Simmons encountered each other and immediately got into a heated argument that turned into a physical fight in the parking lot of the Bloom Room restaurant. Birch says after the physical altercation that she was about to get in her car when Maya charged at her again, and that's when she shot her in self-defense. Birch also said that she was aware that Maya's fiancé had a gun, but no one witnessed him drawing or threatening to use it. According to witnesses, Maya had no weapons and did not request her fiancé's gun. Allegedly, some witnesses claimed that losing the fight to Maya made Kaisha even more furious. The incident report says that people tried to revive Maya until the first responders got there, and then EMS continued to perform CPR. The coroner's office said that Simmons died at the hospital from a gun-related injury at 2:57 a.m. Birch escaped in her car but was later recognized by witnesses and security cameras. She surrendered to the police on August 11, 2023, and was taken to the Isle Cannon Detention Center. At her bond hearing, Birch's family said that she was suffering in jail and not eating or sleeping. They asked the judge to grant her bond so she can go back to her 3 children. They also said that she is not a threat to the public, has no criminal record, and runs and operates a hair salon. The suspect's lawyer said that she acted in self-defense and is not a flight risk or a danger to the society.
Birch's attorney says she and Simmons got in a fight outside of the Bloom Room. Now, he said Birch was about to leave in her car when Simmons charged at her. That's when Birch shot and killed Simmons. Birch is charged with manslaughter and possession of a deadly weapon during the commission of a violent crime, and today a judge gave her a surety bond.
Self-defense is the use of force or violence to protect oneself or a third person from imminent harm. The judge placed Birch under house arrest with a $200,000 surety bond. She is not allowed to utilize social media or contact anyone in Maya Jennifer Simmons' family. She was charged with manslaughter and possession of a deadly weapon. In South Carolina, manslaughter is defined as the unlawful killing of another without malice, express or implied. There are 2 types of manslaughter charges in South Carolina: involuntary manslaughter and voluntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter is the unintentional killing of another person without malice, while committing an unlawful act not amounting to a felony, or while engaged in a lawful act which might produce death in an unlawful manner. The penalty for involuntary manslaughter is up to 5 years' incarceration and a fine up to $25,000. Voluntary manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a person in the sudden heat of passion upon sufficient legal provocation. Both heat of passion and sufficient legal provocation must be present at the time of killing. Voluntary manslaughter carries a minimum penalty of 2 years and a maximum penalty of 30 years in prison. Jennifer Ferguson, Maya's grandmother, said they had a close bond and her granddaughter was a joy to be around. She found out about the tragic news through a phone call early in the morning on Friday. I saw the police and I knew it was bad. I asked them if she was gone, and they said yes ma'am she's gone, Ferguson said. Maya posted on Snap the night before she went out. She said that life is short and we could take more pictures and make more memories because you never know what could happen, and then she was killed hours later.
Put a post up the night before she went out on Snap, and it said, "Time is short." I think we all should take a lot more pictures and stuff and memories and stuff because you just never know. And just hours later, she was killed.
Maya's grandmother said that Maya was not a violent person and she couldn't hurt anyone with her hands. She also said that Birch had no regret and she wanted justice for her granddaughter. No trial date has been announced yet for Kaisha Birch, who is charged with manslaughter in the passing of a mother of 8.
Wow, mother of 8.
But yep. 8 children. 8 children. That's so sad. 8 kids she left behind. Ugh. Y'all listen. This stuff be so sad listening to this stuff. And it be unbelievable at that. Like I don't know. What you got? Do you have anything to say, Melita? What do y'all think about that video? Because it seems like it's a trend here though. Like the young lady, like I said, Maya was beautiful, right? Both ladies were nice looking. I just think that the other one, Maya, had more of a beautiful spirit. I don't know her, but it seemed that she did, And it seems like, People loved her. She had a good, nice business. And I think sometimes it's more than just the man too. Like we said, it's more that it's a competition. And I just think the girl, I don't know. It's sad. Like because he was with this other woman for probably years, and then he got with a mother of 8 and proposed to her. They're about to get married.
Right.
So imagine how that made um what Katina, I think I forgot what her name was. Imagine how she felt like I've been with you for all these years and now you leave, you go get another woman and you propose to her. And she has 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
That makes that competition like what does she have that I don't have? It's just so
Exactly.
sad. And also it hasn't even went to trial. Now I don't know how long this stuff takes. This happened August of 2023, I think. No, actually July 28th, because that's my birthday. And I remember looking it up. It said July 28th it happened. She was charged in August. And I pulled up her record. Let me show you. Why is she not charged? Is this normal? I mean, I don't know about the justice system a lot, but this is her
Yeah, I
record.
noticed that. They put her
Look
on
at
house
this.
arrest.
Yeah. And then they said she got 100,000 as surety bonds. Look at her bonds. I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all got to zoom in. It said 100,000. They said 200,000, but it wasn't. Of course, she probably had a bondsman or something. But look at that. So she's out. She got out and she's free. And this is the charges, of course, they're trying to charge her with. But she's only been to court, what, 3 times? 2 times, actually. September 29th and January 29th. And it's what? It's April now. 3 months later, she still hasn't had another court date. She hasn't been convicted or charged with anything. I think
Yeah,
that's wild.
they don't even have anything for her. That's
Yeah, blank. These are charges, but they haven't even sentenced her to it. I don't know what's going on. This is really weird. I'm like, I know the family's still fighting for justice. That's so bold. I don't know what y'all think. That's horrible. I would be very upset, and I know the family is upset. They're waiting on justice. Go to some of the comments.
um,
Oh, go ahead.
I noticed them dancing and chanting like fight, fight. So I do wonder like did they, promote that type, that those things. They said she wasn't violent, but I don't know. I just don't know because of that one thing.
Where she was doing like this. And I
Yeah,
think
like
that's
fight,
like isn't that like something a trend everybody's doing or something like that? It's something I've seen that all over before.
fight.
So I don't. The thing is, what it said is that she got into a fight with the girl. They fought, and she lost the fight. After she lost it, because if you already lost the fight, why did you still kill her? It had to be for revenge now because you're like, oh, I lost this fight. I'm about to get revenge on you. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And I'm not saying that she couldn't be, angry or, I just don't think she was the aggressive person in this incident. I don't know, but it didn't appear that way. Yeah, it didn't appear that way. I don't know what you guys think. Tonya said, "Wow, this is really sad and tragic." It is. This is what's happening. This happened last year, guys. Last year. So this is what's happening in our world that we may not know about, or hear about, but it's happening everywhere. Whitney said, People also need to stop saying to children he or she hits you because he likes you. That's a gateway statement." Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because you shouldn't even be trying to like nobody at that age. When it's time for you to like somebody, that's when you like them, not right now, okay? And you definitely don't be hitting them. Come on, no.
and it's time for you to like somebody. That's
I
when
be
you
telling
like.
my son, when I'm gonna get a girlfriend, I'll be like, not. What do you need a girlfriend for? Tell me why you need one. No. Adults, mommies and daddies have girlfriends or husbands and wives.
That's
Tonya said loss of life. I'm sorry, loss of a whole life. Just so sad over what again? So young. Yes, jealousy and envy. That's why I'm saying when we promote this polygamy is not gonna work, y'all, because this what's gonna happen. She said this is how people handle their anger now. Yep, they just kill other people. Tina said we were not taught to let go. When someone moves on, we have to learn to accept the other person's
Yeah, not
decision.
taught to let go. That's
We have to. That's important, y'all. Somebody say they don't want to be with you, even if they go cheating. If they go get another woman or another man, that's an indication they don't want to be with you. So they don't have to verbally say this. If they go out and get someone else, it's an indication you no longer want to be exclusive. And if I want to be exclusive, then I need to move away at this point, because it's sad that innocent people are losing their lives. And again, it was really his fault to me.
yeah. And where is he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He with somebody else. Not, you know what I'm saying? It was really his fault. He could be even with the ex. You just never know, because why would you not resolve this previous issue? You probably knew she was crazy, and now you went and got another woman just to be like, you know what I'm saying? You know how that go. They just
Mhm.
get another woman just to fulfill their lust or whatever. And you knew that woman was crazy. It's no, you knew she was crazy. So it's your fault. Here we go again with this. I'm not about to play with this. We only have 1 hour. Okay, Anita, can you do the thing? Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, you might have to, because I'm gotta wait for a second.
Yeah, I can read some comments.
Yeah, can you? Oh, you can't show them. Yeah, I want to show Phoebe's. Oh, that's good. Look, the enemy be. Oh, we gonna rebuke that enemy, because every time we be trying to say something good, here come my stuff just doing all kinds of craziness, and I don't even know why. Okay, go
Mm.
ahead, Melita.
It say women need to stop having sex before marriage and hold the person who claims to love us accountable by respecting ourselves, not allowing ourselves to become soul tied to a man who clearly isn't committed to us for real.
Dang, I wanted to put that on the screen, but I'm frozen.
Yeah, I want to like read that over.
Ooh,
That's so
wow.
true.
That is so true. Women need to stop. And it goes for both women and men, but of course you can't, it takes a woman to have sex. But yeah, we need to stop having sex before marriage. Hold the person who claims they love you accountable, like she said. Respect yourself, not allowing yourselves to become so tied to a man who clearly isn't committed to us. Because honestly, this is the reason why this is happening. It's a soul tie there. You cannot break a soul tie unless you go to God and ask God to break that soul tie. He's
Mm,
the only one who can break it, because it's a spiritual tie. It's an illegal covenant. Like, that's why we don't understand when you have sex with somebody. If that's not your husband or wife, you become so tied to them, because it's a spiritual thing. It's an illegal covenant that you create, but nevertheless, it's still a covenant. And so
yes.
it's not that easy just to break a covenant, illegal or non-illegal. Just like when you have a divorce, that's a physical ripping. This is why God hates divorce, because he loves us and he doesn't want us to be ripped, because you become one with a person when you get married. And now when you divorce, you are technically taking a piece of paper, like you take it and rip it in half. That's what you're doing when you divorce. It's a ripping, it's a tearing, and it hurts.
Yes.
No matter
Yes.
how much you think it's not gonna hurt, no matter how much you say, "Well, it wasn't my fault," does not matter. It's still gonna hurt regardless. And this is the reason why God does this is why he hates divorce.
Yes.
Go ahead, Melita.
No, it's just like goes back to, like you said, the lust. Um, when we haven't committed to God, to serving God, to obeying God, then we become slave to our flesh. We become slave to our lust. Is the word that said, "Ye are of your fathers the devil, and the lust of your flesh you will do." Um, when you can, it's only two masters. So it goes back to that. Sometimes it's hard, but it's the truth, it's the facts. God is merciful, and he gives us people and tools, to be able to learn to let go, because it's some things I had to let go before I completely committed to God, but I couldn't keep them away. I could only let go for so long without Christ. So, that's where I what I my experience, you know.
Right. I agree. I agree. Everything said is so on point. This is such a great topic because we got to understand these young ladies killing somebody. It's something driving you there. It's a force pulling you there. And I talked about this. Well, I didn't talk about it here, but spoke about it before. How the main factor in all of this is sin, and we may not think it is, but it is. Sin is a living, breathing thing. And if you read in Genesis 4 and 7, where Cain killed his brother, right? And the Bible says, God said, listen, Cain, why are you wrought? Why are you sad? Why is your head hung down? If you do good, won't you be accepted? Right? Won't what you do, I will receive if you do well, right? That's what God says. But if you do not do well, right? If you don't do good, then sin lies at the door, right?
Mm,
What how can it lie if it's not living? And it says his desire is for you. Only a living thing, a living being can have a desire. You can't have a desire if you don't
yes,
live, right? So we got to understand sin is a living, breathing thing, and it crouches as an animal waiting, waiting for the right time, waiting for the right moment, waiting for the door. You're angry. Okay, I got a door now. This is how women and men are killing people without and they're like, how did I do that? I didn't do that. No. And they're oblivious to what they've done because it happens so fast because all it takes is a crack and sin creeps right in, and before you know it, you've done something that's life changing. So this is why God says to remove sin from your life. Disobedience,
yeah,
fornication, adultery, all these are sins. Having sex before marriage is a sin. And
yes,
we see the consequence of it is death. So all we're doing is now seeing the fruits of our sins, which we don't want to talk about. We don't want to tell people about it because don't judge me. But we're not trying to judge you. We're just trying to tell you what's right to avoid you from ending up in a box before you have to, you know?
yeah.
Did you have something else to say, Melita? Oh,
No, it's just I think about when you said that, it's also about shame and guilt. Sometimes that we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to bring it up, or things like that. We want to hide it. It's the shame and the guilt as well. But um, the word said, "Come unto me." All that burden and I heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He didn't say I will beat you up. He didn't say, I'm gonna scold you. He say, come unto me. Come unto me with your baggage. Come unto me with your problems, those things that got you down and bound, and I'll give you rest. And I think it's so easy to forget that, because we talk about the love as if it's love and acceptance. It's love and acceptance. When you give God something, yeah, he's going to accept it. So if you gave it to him, you no longer have it. That's why he's accepting it. You know what I mean? But not that that he's okay with you being in your sin, but he doesn't desire to harm you either. It's to give you an expected end. So it's like, hey, this is my problem, this is my issue, and come to him with it, give it to him, and he'll give you rest. And I think that like I said, that's so easy to forget. Because I think because of condemnation, I think that, like I said, guilt and shame will stop you from giving it to God, coming to God. You have to remember his love, and not to hold on to it, but to give it to him. That's the reason why he wants you to know he loves you, because so you can know that you can give it to him, and he's going to pity you, and he's going to help you.
absolutely. Go, girl. I'm listening. Okay, I want to put this comment on the screen. This is one you read already. Y'all need to see that comment for real. We need to stop. So make a vow to yourself, ladies and gents. It's not worth it. You know that you're gonna wait, and I don't care what they say. Oh, you wasn't waiting before. You got 3 kids now. Why you want to wait when you come to me? Because that's the favorite line I hear. Oh, now you want to wait. Now you want to abstain. And listen, make the vow between you and God and just wait because it's not worth you getting mixed up with somebody because most men and most women or most men have another woman or have a woman or somebody that they're dating or have been dating for so long. It's never they're just fully single most of the time. So I know these stories. I'll be like, I gotta make sure. Erica said, "Men pushing it heavy. I'd rather just be alone." Yeah. Hey, being single ain't that bad. I mean, I understand if you want a family and all that, but being single ain't that bad. Trust me. Ashley says she got her tail whooped and retaliated. Yep. South Carolina, the first state to leave the union and the last to conform to societal norms. They are just building up South Carolina. They are so far behind. We see that with their laws. Wow. I said that Ash is very observant too. I said that she got whooped. She was mad. She already was mad because she had the man. She had the ring. She had already been with him for years, and now they end up meeting up. And she beat her. She fought her. And then she looks better than her. So now she like, you know what? I'm just gonna kill. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna kill you. And she used that as an excuse. And they are very behind on their laws because why is she out and just free while this other lady and her is gone? She's dead and her 8 kids are suffering. I think that's so unfair. Mishi said, I think if everyone work on themselves and look within and put the work in on becoming a better person, we should. I totally agree. We need to just work on ourselves. I'm telling you. Ooh. Brianna said, periods. Okay. Phoebe said, absolutely. Latina said, there's no boundaries anymore. There's lack of self respect and self awareness. Absolutely. Phoebe said, you cannot expect God's blessing on something that he hates. He hates fornication and adultery. Wow. Yeah. Phoebe, make sure you subscribe. Oh no, she on Facebook. But yeah, follow, subscribe. That's good. I'm telling you, you can't expect his blessings, y'all, on something he hates. That's so good. Girl, you putting it plain, you making it plain, okay? People don't understand that. It ain't just, oh, I'm just sleeping around. It's just sex. It's not just sex. It's a spiritual exchange that we don't understand. God created it, so he knows he's the creator of it. So we got to understand, like, if he made something, he knows all about it. And we got to trust him. Oh, okay, Ash. She said, men are the problem here. Sorry, not sorry. I was talking to my male best friend who was messing with 2 women, and the side chick found out she was a side chick and she broke it off with him. I told him some women respect honestly. If you were up front and said, I got a woman, but I want you too, he may have gotten an opportunity to do so. Just give the woman the choice to make that decision for her.
Don't make this.
Don't make the decision for her. That's what she's saying. So I understand. Be upfront with the woman. Be honest. Now it's not right, but if she wants to stay and be on the side, then it is her. It's her. It's to her discretion. It's her free will to do that, right? But it's never going to end up right. Like Aiden said, you're only going to have a partial 50%, if that, of this person's emotional availability. So why would you even put yourself in that situation? Just men, be honest, period. Even if you want to have 2 or 3, yeah, be honest. That's your business. And you and God's business. Ashley said we grew up with a girl who was killed by a guy's girlfriend because he didn't let her know he was or just broke up with someone that he lived with. The girl left her location with her sister and gave the guy's address. Went on a date, slept with the man, and the girlfriend came in while they were sleeping, God, and killed the girl. He helped the girlfriend dump the body next door in a garbage can. The sister came with the police and they eventually found her next girl.
Wow.
This too much. What the world? And then he go to help her dump the body. So that's what I'm saying. That's all it's a lay. Cause now he like, okay, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna go ahead and help you dump the body so that way you don't get charged. What? Oh my god, this is too much. It's too much. Tony said, "Come on now, Melita. Doors of the church are open." Okay. Michi said, "I totally agree." And Whitney said, "I don't care if I had 20 children." I know, right? I'm just, you know, how society says if you have children, or especially a lot of children, that ain't no man's gonna want you. You're gonna be single forever. And I just find it ironic that she had 8 children and this man still proposed to her. Granted, he probably wasn't the best man, but I don't know. She said he was the man of her dreams. So maybe he was a different version for her that the other woman did not receive. And I think that's another part of where jealousy comes in at. One woman gets one version of a man, whereas then the other woman gets a new version. And now the woman's mad, like, how are you getting this version when I haven't got it? You know, he didn't give me that version of you. So what are you doing to make him give you a new version of himself? So I think that's deep as well. Let me go to, okay, I want to play this last video, right? Let's see. This is on the reverse. This is a man who's doing the killing. Oh, let me make sure it comes up. Okay. All right, here it is. I'm going to play this video. The man murders the woman who was the side chick. Why these ads keep coming up? Okay. All right, this is our last video. All right.
It's April 12th, 2018, and 27-year-old Renita Williams goes live on Facebook while being held at gunpoint by her ex-boyfriend, 37-year-old Jonathan Robinson. Although Renita has built up a small following on the social media platform, she's using her brother's account as she's been temporarily banned.
It's already done. Now, apologize.
Hey y'all, this Nunu. I apologize for going live on Rika. I ain't had no business doing all that. My page been blocked, so that's why I'm going live. Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but
See right there.
What's happening? I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I know it came in the middle of the video, so just in case you don't know the synopsis of it. So she's apologizing on live to the main chick because they got into an altercation on social media, and the man has came all the way to her house to make her apologize. So yeah. All right. Hold on, let me
It looked like he had something in his hand.
Right. So why pay attention to her, how she looks and how, you know, you can, it's really eerie. One second, I'm gonna put it back on.
See right there. Everybody want to be famous. I'm gonna make you famous.
yes.
What?
I am sorry, y'all. This Nunu, I'm blocked off my page, so I had to go out live on Morse phone. I ain't had no intentions of going live like that. I apologize to everybody. Yes.
What?
No, Yes, that's her. Let me see the phone, son.
And she shot in the leg too. They said she was shot. That's why.
Yes. Yes, Aunt Lola. Yes. Yeah, Rika. Yeah, she on the phone. Yeah.
Man, you think I'm worried about the police right now? Huh? You think I'm worried about the police right now?
No.
I tell you, I don't give a about no police, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
Stop playing with me. This bitch will pull up right now. Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up. Pull up.
Uh-huh. No, it was just I apologize because I couldn't go live on my phone. My page is blocked.
This want to be famous. I'm gonna make you fucking famous.
No.
Want to be famous? I'm gonna make you famous.
No.
No. Everybody want to be famous. Let's be famous today.
Okay.
Huh? I do.
Yes.
He's telling you I get on these bitches level.
No.
All right, he's firing at me. I need it blocked off. Natalie, so no one comes down.
Jonathan Robinson didn't just kill Renita Williams in cold blood. He had also opened fire on her mother just prior to the murder and tried to shoot her brother, but he narrowly escaped. It didn't end there though, because when police arrived at the house, he tried to kill them as well. In fact, he managed to hit one of the officers. So, how do we even get to this point? A man so deranged that he would be willing to not only wipe out a family and do that on live stream, but also tried to gun down police in the process. Well, come with me as we take a deep dive into the case and answer that very question. We'll also examine some exclusive interrogation footage that to date has only been seen by detectives who were assigned to the case. Today's story takes us to the tight-knit community of Caddo Heights, an area that sits within Shreveport, Louisiana. The area is known for its high crime rate and being home to some of the most impoverished blocks in the United States. However, that doesn't mean there aren't good-hearted, resilient people who live there that, for the lack of a better phrase, try to obtain the American dream. 27-year-old Renita Nunu Williams, ladies and gentlemen, would be one of those people. Sadly, not much is known about her early years other than she had 3 beautiful children. Those close to her say that she was an excellent mom, and although she was a single parent, you couldn't tell because her children were well looked after. Renita was a great mother who always made sure her kids were put first. She always took care of them. Although on paper she was a single mother, the reality was slightly different. There was a love interest. Jonathan Robinson. Jonathan was a hardened criminal that had grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana. He had a lengthy rap sheet of violent crimes, including attempted murder that spanned over nearly 2 decades. He spent half of that in and out of jail. Around the time he and Renita had begun dating, he, his brother, and a friend were arrested on charges of possession with intent to distribute drugs. They were all facing lengthy prison sentences. However, the case would be thrown out in 2017. Now you may be asking yourself, how is that even possible? Did the state have a weak case? Well, it actually wasn't because of a weak case, but rather the lack of funding towards public defenders. You see, once upon a time in Shreveport, defendants were being assigned corporate lawyers rather than criminal ones, and that was simply due to, as you know, a lack of funding. According to one report, these corporate lawyers would file motions to delay proceedings as they didn't know what they were doing. In Jonathan's case, his corporate assigned lawyer used a tactic in where they asked for $3,000 to conduct an investigation to help assist in his defense. But of course, due to the lack of funds, the case would be delayed until further notice. In 2017, Jonathan's brother was arrested and charged in connection with a drugs ring investigation in Texas, and so the state of Louisiana decided to drop the charges against all 3. Although Jonathan had a criminal history, Renita's family and friends accepted him for who he was. When she first got with Jonathan, I saw him as someone Renita could settle down with for the rest of her life. Although the pair would never have a child together, Jonathan took on the role as a stepfather to the children, and the kids genuinely looked at him as the father that they were missing. Let's just put it this way, he was that involved with them, he would often act as a guardian figure when it came to official appointments, school meetings for example. Even though this appeared to be the happy ever after that Renita was looking for, the reality of the situation was far from that. And well, that's because Jonathan and Renita's relationship wasn't exclusive, at least from Jonathan's part anyway. You see, he had been a few years into a relationship with another woman by the name of Sharika Taylor by the time he had met Renita. Now, it isn't clear if Renita initially knew about Sharika, but at some point moving forward, the two were more than aware of each other's role in their respective relationships with Jonathan.
Does having a 4.0 GPA matter? 6th to 12th grade parents. We're going to expose the college.
Renita was described as a, quote, side chick in the relationship, whilst Sharika was described as a, quote, main chick. And because of this, Jonathan moved to Houston, Texas to live with Sharika, but often traveled back to Shreveport to be with Renita and the children. This, believe it or not, continued for quite a lengthy period, and initially both women were somewhat okay with the arrangement. Now that Jonathan wasn't in her life as much, Renita decided that she needed to put all of her time and effort into doing right by her children and focus more on work. She did that anyway, but even more so now. By the time Jonathan had moved to Houston, Renita had been running a well-established interior design business, and to say that business was booming would be an understatement. She was the go-to woman if you wanted a home transformation. I'd watch her turn houses into million-dollar homes. In fact, Renita became a local celebrity in the Shreveport and surrounding areas because of her work. You see, people were posting her transformations on Facebook, and the rest was history. Plus, she was an avid Facebook user, posting near enough every day, so she definitely had the personality to be an online influencer. But Facebook didn't just bring success, it also brought conflict. A conflict that would play out for months, intensified due to Renita's newfound fame. Single and ready to mingle. By the end of 2016, Renita had enough of her situationship with Jonathan. She needed a real man in her life who would stick by her and only her. She let Facebook know that she was done being second best. You were the king now, it's only right you shine like a queen. Less than half a year after proclaiming she was moving on with her life, Renita got back with Jonathan. Reports say that after the 2016 breakup, the pair were in a on-off relationship throughout 2017. I'm single just to clear up any confusion. Just a month after getting back together, they had split once again. I will not enter 2018 with 2017 problems. Renita was finally done with Jonathan, and to be fair, she actually called it a day this time. However, not all of her 2017 problems would disappear. In fact, they were worse. Stop trying to ruin someone else's happiness by dealing with a taken man, because you might just end up being miserable. Don't play with me, because I promise you ain't gonna like the way I play back. It's a Facebook status exchange between none other than Sharika Taylor and Renita Williams. Similar back and forth arguments continued throughout the first few months of 2018. Their final exchange came in the form of a call-out and response live stream. We don't know specifically what was said during those live streams, but we do know that Sharika went live first and called Renita out for allegedly attempting to get back with Jonathan. It should be noted though that by this point, Renita had been in the early stages of dating someone else. In her response live stream, Renita stated that it wasn't her who wanted to get back with Jonathan, it had been the other way around. Maybe she can't handle the truth that her man still wants me. This response would ultimately put a target on Renita's back and marked her for death.
Oh, child.
It's the morning of April 12th, 2018, and Jonathan Robinson travels from his home in Houston, Texas to Shreveport, Louisiana. It isn't entirely clear what his steps are when he arrives, but at around 10 a.m., he's at Renita's mother's front door. Fortunately, the children are at school. However, Renita, her mother, and brother are present.
Thank God them kids.
Jonathan manages to get inside. Over the following few moments, an argument breaks out. Jonathan wants Renita to apologize to Sharika for what she said about her on Facebook Live, but she refuses. Jonathan then leaves the property, returns with a firearm, and holds all three hostage at gunpoint. I'm gonna call the cops. As Renita's mother runs to escape and gets help, Jonathan opens fire on her.
Can you send the police to 1301 Natlis? 1301 Natlis. Because they shoot Jonathan Robinson. Okay, 1301 Natlis Street. Okay, is he shooting now? Yeah, he's shooting now, ma'am. Okay. All right. Can you tell me what he's wearing? Hold on. Can you tell me what he's wearing? Hello? Yeah. Can you tell me what? Ma'am, I can't tell what he got on. Okay, yeah. Okay, you see him right now? Officers need to know when they pull up who he is. He's in a car. Okay, what kind of vehicle? He's in a little brown car. The car's still in the driveway. Okay, who is he shooting at? He's shooting at my daughter. Okay. Okay, is everybody safe inside of the residence? No, ma'am. Okay, where's your daughter in there? Where's your daughter at? She in there now. Okay, and what's your name, ma'am? Anita Williams. Okay, I'm gonna keep you on the phone if you can, so I'll just get there so I can make sure you guys are okay. Okay. Okay, and where is he at now? Do you know? He's in the house still. He's still in the house, ma'am. Okay, he's in the house? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and where are you? I'm outside at somebody's house. Okay. All right. Okay, no, stay on the phone with me. Tell them, please, ma'am, to hurry up. They're on the way. While we're talking, they're on the way, okay? Are they into some type of dispute or something? Yes, ma'am. He has the gun here and there now. Okay, and you don't know what color shirt he's wearing or nothing like that? He got on burgundy shirt, but the car's still in the yard, ma'am. Okay, that's fine, but like I said, you can stay on the phone with me. Okay, it's 1301 now, and he's in the house with the gun. They're already on the way. Is your daughter in the house, too? Yes, she's in there with my son. Okay, and your son, how old is your son? He's 30. 30, okay. And he did fire a shot? Yes, ma'am, he did fire a shot. Okay, like I said, they're on the way. If you could just say, just stay where you are safely. Let me know what's going on so I can relay the information to the officers. Okay.
Recordings just got better.
Please.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that.
You gonna watch all? Okay, I'm probably gonna cut it off.
As units rush to the property, Jonathan forces Renita to go on Facebook Live. But there's an issue. She can't, as she's been temporarily suspended for profanity on her Facebook posts. So she goes live on her brother's account instead.
Hey, y'all. This no. I apologize for going live on Rika. I ain't had no business doing all that. My page been blocked, so that's why I'm going live. Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but...
See right there. Everybody want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous.
Yes.
What?
I am sorry, y'all. This new, I'm blocked off my page. So I had to go out live on Morsephone. I ain't had no intentions of going live like that. I apologize to everybody. Yes.
What?
No, Yes, that's her. Let me see the phone, John.
No.
Yes. Yes, Aunt Lola. Yes. Yeah, Rika. Yeah, she on the phone. Yeah.
You think I'm worried about the police right now? Huh? You think I'm worried about the police right now?
No.
I tell you, I don't give a about no police, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
This wood pull up right now. Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up. Pull up.
Uh-huh. No, it was just I apologize because I couldn't go live on my phone. My page is blocked.
Bitch want to be famous. I'm gonna make fucking famous.
No.
Want to be famous?
Okay, this is like could go on for an hour, so I don't want to take up all that time. But yeah, that was deep, wasn't it, Melita? You all like,
wow, yeah.
and,
To be honest, like that type of scene, like it's all too familiar, like to me, So it's just kind of like, it kind of like bring back a little, just flashbacks of like the atmosphere. I never had a gun put out on me, but I had a knife pulled to my throat. My ex busted into the house and put a knife to my throat and told my mom that he was gonna kill me. And so, she ended up going to the hospital after everything was done because she almost had a heart attack. So I'm just, I mean, like I said, I think great that I'm still alive, but it still bring back memories. So
you can
it's
see
a point in time where they become possessed and they become, they allow their anger and they allow that stuff to take over and they kind of like blank out, and you could tell they did. Um, so yeah, I just like I said, I just thank and praise God for delivering me out of the situation.
Yeah, because she didn't make it. He killed her. I get on live from what I heard. I can't. I want to play the whole video. I know your mom is saying she wanted to see the whole video, but pretty much he just killed her. He had already shot her in the leg when she was talking. That's why she was sitting like that, because he shot her in the leg. Because you heard the mom was like, he shot my daughter in the leg when she was on 911. So he shot her in the leg. She was sitting there and she was apologizing to the girl on her brother's Facebook live. But you could see in her face, like it was that's heartbreaking. I could see in her face that she kind of knew this was my last time. Like I'm not,
Yeah,
this is it. You could tell how
yeah,
she was breathing heavy. And I know she was shot too, but I could tell almost that she kind of knew, and she kept looking back at him like, is he gonna shoot me? She was looking back, but you can tell
yes.
that she knew that was it for her. And it's heartbreaking to see this type of stuff. Toxic relationships. And he was the one cheating with both women. But you see what got him to that point was he was mad that she told the main woman or whatever that, listen, he keep coming back to me, because she was trying to leave. She was trying to leave this man. She wasn't trying to be with him, but no, he kept coming back. Like we said, those soul ties. Because if it wasn't a soul tie, he would let her go. You know what I'm saying? But he kept coming back for her, and eventually he killed her. And then they did a interrogation on him, and he was like, I'm sorry, my wife. He was calling her his wife. He's like, my wife or my girl, she got mental health issues. She can't take all that. She can't take all that. So she kept saying stuff about her on social media like that. So, and it was so horrible. It's terrible. But I'm gonna go to the comments because yeah, it's really sad. I hate that. I really do. Um, Mishi said she saw that. Michelle said, "Hey, Michelle Reynolds." She said, "I remember this. Very sad. It is. It's still sad watching it." Phoebe said, "Oh, he's possessed by demons. That's very clear. He is just straight demonic. End of story. For real. He is demonic, possessed by yeah. Okay." She said that. Alan, hey Alan. He said, "Hey, what we talking about? We talking about toxic relationships. So why we won't leave." Linda said, "This story reminds me of Jennifer Hudson and her sister. Her sister husbands killed her family. That show did happen. That show did happen. I remember that." Oh, okay. Alan said, "You blame men for everything, I bet." Who?
Ashley.
Who?
I
Alan?
think he was talking to Ashley.
You talking about Ashley?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. No, no, nobody's
She gonna respond.
blaming men. Huh?
I said she responds. Mhm.
Oh, she responded to him? Oh, okay. Because I'm like, that's why I said I knew people was gonna get like, oh, it's always the men. No, we said women got to take accountability. We already said that. And then I mean, as we can see, of course, it was the man's fault in this issue. It's usually always the man's fault because he doesn't set clear expectations that, listen, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm moving on. I had a new woman, and that is that. He just continues to deal with two women in secret, and then one of them kills the.
You muted.
Okay, I'm sorry. My thing muted by mistake. Let's see. Oh, Ashley and Alan is going back and forth. Okay. So keep it real with me, and I'll keep it real with you. Men need to adopt this philosophy. All right, they going back and forth. Okay. I'm gonna send you the link, Melita, so you can send it to your mom so she can see the full story. Alan said, "Wow, Melita, you're traumatized. I'm happy you're here. That was triggering." Ooh. Okay, Phoebe said these demons hate women. Wow. She said they are the same demons from Noah's day that came down to take any woman they wanted. Wow. Oh, my. After the flood, God removed their ability to turn themselves into humans. And so they possess the men to get the women and children. They live in and through humans. Simply put, if you don't have God's spirit, you're open to demonic spirits. That's why people do horrific stuff and don't remember. Oh, Jesus. Listen, ooh, that's so deep. You going so deep, Phoebe. And I don't want to you look, somebody gonna get confused, but oh Lord, that's good though. That's good. You got something to say about that, Melita? Or no?
No, not that particular comment.
Okay, so it said Erica said all this cheating and dishonesty just isn't worth it. Being alone isn't bad at all. She said it ain't a bad idea at all. After this, Erica like, I'm just staying single. Okay, I ain't even looking no more because I ain't risking my life. Linda said that's good. I just wanted to know how did she get shot. Oh, yep, that's how she got shot, right on live. She was right on live and he killed her as she was on live. Linda said once you get those demons riled up, it's over. It is. And I think that's why she was trying to be calm. She was trying her best to remain calm, but it just wasn't enough because he just was determined to kill her at that point. RK Butler said it's so sad. Regardless, lives are destroyed. It is. It is. Absolutely. Hey, RK Butler.
Yeah.
Alan said Phoebe, wow, so demons go do demons on only go on men. You sound like oh God. No, she's not saying that. Alan, you're late to the show. She talked about demons like also with the women and why women shouldn't or men, shouldn't sleep around before marriage because of that. Anywhere you have an opening, it's a gateway for demonic possession. Like that's a little deep because you got to understand how it happens. That's why you're not supposed to sin because sin opens doors in your life for things to happen to you that you can't even control. You think you're controlling him, but you're not. We can tell this guy was honestly under some type of possession that a normal man wouldn't do this, right? I mean, we can say that even if you're angry, you would know how to control your anger where you wouldn't kill somebody in cold blood. So that's all she's saying. Said, man, you saying because you can't retain a man. This clearly was a Ray Ray Pookie. Stop liking bum. But no. Okay, so Allie, you missed everything. The other ones were women killing. This is the first one where the man killed somebody. But the other two stories we saw were women killing the side chick. And I know you and Marilee and some guys like polygamy and having more than one woman. You guys advocate for that, but it's dangerous, especially when they don't agree upon that and now you have a side chick and a main chick and one's taking the other life because they compete against each other for and your love or whatever, and it just doesn't end well. So it's not about we're not trying to play the men are the bad guys, the women are the bad guys, because clearly we had two women who killed women in cold blood. So we're not playing that. We're just saying that it happens on both ends. And this was the last story we discussed. And it just happened to be a man who killed the woman who was the side chick because she got into it with the main chick. And of course, we know that's crazy. So he had to be possessed with something, right? Okay. I think we're almost done here. She said, I'm married and I was married to my kid's dad as well before he died. Amen. All right. Erica said, I don't like Pookies and Ray Rays, and you don't know what I can or can't retain. Okay. Lord, y'all, come on now. Demons only go so far. That dude was a punk eight. He wasn't raised with a dad. No, and okay, so what you're saying, Alan, is true, right? He could have been not raised with a dad, but I think they said his dad was on there. I don't know. But of course, obviously, he had areas that were weaknesses. We understand that. But what we're saying is sin, it produces openings for you to be oppressed by demonic beings. It's just true. It's just what it is. Trust me. The more you do a sin, the more you can be possessed with those demons. And how can a man or anybody kill somebody in cold blood like this? You don't think you're possessed? Like nobody in their right man would just be like, get on live, go live, apologize, and I'm still gonna shoot you in the head. After no person can be that cold blooded, especially if they say they love somebody who they're laying down with. So it had to be another factor in this that we can't see. Okay, so Melita, did you have anything else to say? Because we're about done.
No.
You said no?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that I just really appreciate all the comments, and I thank God for healing. Because I no longer live by that. The Melita that happened to is God is blessed. And so I just wanted to say that. And but I'm like, once again, I'm grateful for really everything that happened, because I am who I am now, and I understand my purpose now because of those things. And this is really an uplifting podcast, and everything. So I'm
It
just,
is.
like I said, I'm just grateful for the comments and for the people. And yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
nice.
We do appreciate everybody who gives input. Um, we thank you. We're here to uplift one another. We're not here to tear each other down. We don't do that. Again, this is a Christian based podcast, so we can't hate each other and say we love the Lord. So that's something we don't do. We may have a difference of opinion and disagreements at time, but that doesn't mean that we don't care for one another and how you feel pretty much. So I want to leave you guys with this. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. It says Matthew 26:52. Then said Jesus unto him, put up again. So remember, I think it was Peter who cut off somebody's ear because he was trying to protect Jesus. And he said, put thy sword into his place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. This is God saying, if you live by the sword, you die by it. Meaning, if you kill somebody with a gun, the blood cries out to God. And guess what? The same thing will happen to you. So this is why Genesis 9:6 says, whoever sheddeth a man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For
Mm.
you are created in the image of God. So you got to be mindful, be careful before you pull that gun out and you say, I'm going to take somebody's life, because you're going to have a bounty on your head, because the blood cries to God. The blood cries to be avenged. Remember, that's what happened with Abel. His blood cried to God. And so Cain, of course, became a vagabond. He was a fugitive. And he said, somebody's going to kill me. But God said he put a mark on him that if they did kill him, if they were to kill him, then they would get it back sevenfold or something like that. So that's the only reason why he did not die. But if you kill somebody, then not karma, that you reap what you sow, so it will come back to you, because karma is not what God uses. God uses reaping and sowing. So let's just be mindful of that. It's not worth a life. It's not worth taking anybody's life. It's not that serious. Please walk away. If you're in this situation, walk away, leave the house. Block all social media just so you can't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Because I know it's tempting. Oh, it's tempting to just go back and argue and fight. I know. You know what I'm saying? But just block it, because it's not worth your life. And sometimes it's not even you. You're not the one even doing. We just watched three clips. Sometimes it's not even you. The innocent person, a lot of times, is the one that is killed.
Yeah,
Because
my mom
again,
say that all
yeah,
the time.
yeah, it's never the one who's doing the mess. It's never the one who's causing all the drama, the loud mouth. It was that one time she got it, but normally it's never that. It's always that innocent bystander that get hurt in the
Mm.
middle of some mess, and it could have been solved. So please, please, y'all, let's love on one another, and please share. Please continue to comment. Um, I see RK Butler. He says social media has definitely been a great tool for reaching out for business, social reasons, but it could also be detrimental in so many ways to our lives. It's a gift and a curse. You can use it for good or evil. You got to choose. And a lot of times we use it for evil, and we're on here arguing. It's so many social media beefs. Like, how many the beefs now are social. They turn into real beefs on the street, but a lot of times they start on social media. And it's sad. And more people are actually being killed on live. Like live, they're just being killed, like shot, dead. And it's so sad. Like, I really try not to look at
Yeah.
certain things because it numbs you. Like, you don't even have the capacity to be sad anymore because you saw it so much. It's like, Yeah, I'm numb to it, and I don't ever want to get
Right.
numb to
Again, type
somebody
of
dying. Yeah, I don't ever want to just get used to it. Like, well, that just happens. It's their life. I don't ever want to get that way. Oh, okay. Whitney said, good job. Well done, ladies. Thank you. Phoebe said, thank you for being open and honest and showing that we can all grow and learn. Yes, absolutely. It's not just that he had a demon, because anyone that gives himself over to something lose power over it. Yes. Oh, that's good. When you give yourself over it, you no longer have power to do as you would. Your free will is taken. So either you give it to God and let him use you, or you give it to the enemy, right? And he definitely gonna use you.
yeah. Good
All
point.
right. Alan said he loves everybody, by the way. Okay. Yay. We love you back again. This has been an awesome live. Until next time, please share with your friends, subscribe, like, comment, and so that way you can get notifications for next week's topic. If you would like to support our page, please, we are able to get stars now if you want to. You don't have to. We do this work out of kindness of our heart, and most importantly, for our God, you know what I'm saying, to reach somebody, to save somebody. But if you'd like to be a help to it, you can send us stars, you can send us cash apps, whatever you want to do. It's not necessary, but only if the Lord lays it on your heart to support the channel. All right, we're out of here. And until we meet next time, we love you guys. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing you guys can do about it. Until next time, bye bye.